back to another Wednesday whiskey review with you boys at the Buffalo Happy Hour. And today we are drinking probably one of our favorite scotches I think that we've ever had on the show.
No doubt.
Where'd you get this from?
'Twas a gift.
Oh, yeah?
However, it is sold at Addie's Wine and Liquor.
Did they know that you liked it when they bought it for you, or was it kind of a shot in the dark?
No. I believe they knew. However, it was also their personal favorite scotch.
Gotcha.
So when they gifted it, they're like, this is my favorite scotch. I wanted you to enjoy it as well. And I could see the tear in their eye handing me the bottle because it was obvious that they wanted to drink it. And
to keep it for themselves?
Yeah. And I was like, so I waited until they were at my house. After the fact, I opened it with them, and then we shared honorary first glasses together.
I mean, it looks like you shared the honorary first half the bottle together. But
What are you talking about? Everything was fine.
So did you know Balvenie was or is owned by Glenfiddich?
Which makes total sense that I like this as much as I like some of their other products. Because Glenfiddich, I enjoyed thoroughly. So, awesome. What else do we know about this?
This is a 14-year-old product. So Balvenie's pretty true to their age statements. As we know with certain age statements, the number that you see on the bottle has to be the number of the lowest aged product that is in the barrel. So for example, if you have 250 barrels, you have one barrel that was aged for 12 years and the other 249 barrels were aged for 25 years, the whiskey has to be a 12-year-old product because of that one barrel that is 12-year-old. So from Balvenie, I'm pretty sure that they're very spot on when they talk about their age statement, and meaning that a majority, if not all, of their barrels are exactly 14 years old.
Oh, okay.
And they use previously whiskey barrels first. So they don't use new char oak. They use what was once a whiskey barrel to age their product in for 14 years. And then after that, they put it in another barrel that was filled with rum beforehand. And then the rum was drained out, and then they put the whiskey in for, I believe, 3 months or 6 months. I don't really remember the timing on it, but that's the cool thing about it is the master distiller, he put his own rum in the barrels, took the rum out, and then put this in here to finish it. So it's pretty similar to what other Balvenie products are out there from a secondary maturation process. They really like to do the secondary maturation, but what's cool with the Balvenie is they take their secondary maturation to amplify the taste of the regular whiskey rather than having the secondary maturation flavor overwhelm the regular notes. So it's going to be the nuances that we taste here and we smell here are going to be more back end as opposed to blasting you in the face like, oh my God, this is totally rum. Like, it's going to be whiskey first. It's going to be a scotch first, a typical Balvenie, with the ending notes of a lingering rum.
Good deal.
Which is cool.
Label branding? Or did you want to add a few minor touches on top of all of that as well?
No, I mean, the only other thing is that scotch in general, you're able to add artificial coloring, and Balvenie does not. Good. So the coloring that you have here is light, but it also kind of has a little bit darker of what you typically see from like an Ardbeg or a Lagavulin, just because it was aged with rum cask, and rum is obviously a very dark spirit. So that's really it.
I like it.
So label branding, what do you got?
Oof. Okay, so we're going to dissect this because their packaging is obviously brilliant. The bottle itself is, I mean, to me, glorious. I like every aspect of what you see on the table. I love the color of the parchment, per se, that's wrapped around the packaging to start. And there's a lot of Scotch packaging that's very in your face and it's busy. This is kind of busy per se, but I feel like it's the perfect right amount of busy. It's like the classical, I'm just going to yonder over to my shelf and then grab this one. You know what I mean? Where it kind of puts you in a mood up front, and then you kind of understand what you're grabbing, and it's a good size package. It's not, some are really thin, some are oddly shaped. So I just feel like this is a really good size in regards to a package. The bottle itself, I also like that they have a full wooden cork. I think you're trying to grab another piece of packaging to compare, but they have the same, just bottle height.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring this up because typically Scotch come in a taller shape. This obviously isn't a Scotch, but this is for comparison purposes. What I like about this is that it is the same shape and structure, but it's smaller, so it's thinner, and you can really point it out on a shelf because of how different in height it is from all the other Scotches and stuff out there.
The paper, for lack of better terms, that's on the bottle matches the packaging, which I do like. And then they basically went swap for swap with what you see on the package is what you see on the label. The 14-year is in like this copper, like filament almost, where it kind of pops right off the paper and shines and gives you that little bit of prestige with it. And then it dives into basically the few notes that you want to hit. Of course, it's a Caribbean cask, so you are anticipating a different tasting profile. Aged 14 years, extra matured in rum casks, like you mentioned. It specifically notes which distillery in Scotland it's from, and it's established in 1892. And then on the back, they just dive into a few quick things about the distillery, which is nice just because it kind of gives you that all-around experience of what you're actually experiencing from start to finish. My grade for this, including the color, I'm just going to go A++. I feel like it's fitting.
I like that.
It's not too busy, but it gives you just enough so that you understand the appreciation level and attention to detail that they put on their products.
Yeah, I like that. I don't know if I would add anything else. It's beautiful. I like that it comes in a packaging, obviously, because for Scotches, I believe that you should. It comes in around $80, depending on where you are. I believe Addie's is around $80, and then it is also 86 proof, 43% ABV. So yeah, A++ for that. All right, on the nose, this is one of my favorite. I mean, we said it right up on the top. This is my favorite Scotch that I think I've ever had. It's very inviting to the nose. It is very delicious when you sip it. It's just an all-around good product, and it's good for anybody, regardless of your experience with Scotch. It is so friendly for everybody because it doesn't burn. It's not like 100 proof. Most Scotches really aren't, but it doesn't give you that very harsh note. It's very smooth, and it's very, very light. I love this product.
I'm with you on that, and generally people associate Scotch on the rocks. You can go both ways on this. If you do have it neat, it's for sure a sipper, and then if you incorporate a little bit of ice and have it on the rocks, it quickly becomes something that you can crush, and crush a lot of it. But again, you're paying for that. So it's not necessarily a cheap pour, so you just want to be cognizant about how much you're having and when. This is a kind of product that you would have on your shelf, like you were saying, for everybody, but that's also dangerous because it's, first of all, it's not necessarily the easiest one to find.
Yeah.
And if you drink a bunch of it, then you're going to want another on backup, and good luck keeping up with demand.
Yeah. So on the nose, for some reason I can smell like thick. I don't know if thick really doesn't have a smell, but you can smell that it's full-bodied.
Okay.
And then right from there, you're getting like a toffee, and then also a fruit, kind of like a blueberry or a strawberry, or maybe even like a peach, like a really fresh fruit. When we first had this at 189 Burger, no shout-outs, but we love you guys. I immediately picked up blueberry for the right off the bat.
Me too. And I literally stared at you and I was like, why am I tasting blueberry? And you're like, right, dude, this is so good.
It's so delicious.
And then the BHH housewives were just like, can you guys not be weird, like, for once? And we're like, no, like, this is a game changer.
Do you know what we're drinking, babe?
I know.
But yeah, so
bring out more bacon. But yeah, it's
take that third steak after all, thanks.
The toffee's a really good note to nail down in regards to the nose. You do pick that up because a lot of people, if you're new to spirits and things, you're probably going to say wood sugar or something like that, but to fine tune that into a toffee kind of emulates a little bit more of what you are picking up in this. So I really, really agree with that. And then it's just kind of like a sweet, light product that it's inviting and makes you want to drink.
Sure. Nose, I'm going to go A+ check mark.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. A+ check mark. I agree.
It's just so inviting, and it makes me salivate just smelling it. It could also be because I know what I'm in for, which is the best Scotch in the entire world. So, initial taste?
light but full-bodied, makes you salivate initially. You do pick up the blueberry. You do pick up like that rum feel of that sweetness and the sugars. But the toffee, I feel, hits that best.
Mm-hmm.
That's like hitting it right on the head.
Yeah.
And then there's a slight burn, but not too bad up front.
There's a little bit of like a tropical fruit in there. I'm not sure what I'm picking up. But you can
I'm not going to sit here and say it's guava or something, but
you can taste some acidity.
Yeah.
Like some citric notes, but I don't know what type of... I don't really eat a lot of tropical fruit. But there's something different outside of blueberry.
Well, we live in the Northeast, so it's difficult for us to get tropical fruit. There is oil. You do get some sense of like a honey.
Mm-hmm. I like that column.
But... yeah, I can't nail down that fruit, but there's fruit in here. And it's crisp. Mm-hmm. It's a crisp product. I have to write like all of that. So, grading, I'm going to go A++.
A++. I agree. It's so good. Every time that you turn around to write, I'm just like, oh my God, I'm so happy that we get to drink this today. It's fantastic. If you don't have a bottle of this or you've never tried this before, I know it's pricey, but it's well worth it. And it's something that you can keep on your shelf for a very long time and just sip at it. Don't chug it. Don't bring it out for family events for people who don't appreciate it. Just sit there, sip it, and enjoy.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Any note, you do get a little bit of the burn because the burn, I feel, kind of splits the product in half between the initial taste and the ending note. It's not like it's super upfront like it is with certain bourbons, but it just kind of like lingers, but it doesn't travel through your nasal cavity. It just kind of sits in your mouth and just reminisces inside of there. And then it's like, hey, you ready for more? Or are you not? You should be. Okay, here we go. It's literally every single time. Yeah. That's the conversation you're having with yourself.
You kind of get a little bit of a grass note on the end, like a fresh cut grass. It's not like a peat or anything gross.
Would you call it grass weed?
Sure.
If you could taste... to your point, if you could taste what you smell after you cut the grass, that's what that's like.
Yeah.
On the ending note.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is very good. So, ending note rating, would you give it an A+?
Yeah.
It's not as crazy as the nose and the initial taste.
No, it dissipates rather quickly, but it just kind of invites you for a little bit more. But the experience of drinking it is all nose and initial taste.
Yeah. So let's actually go.
I'm gonna go A.
Yeah, let's B+. Because I expect more on the initial taste or the ending note from this, based off of the fact that it has a high nose and a high initial taste. You know, like I wouldn't say I'm let down, which is why this is a B+ and not like a C, but they put so much emphasis on the initial taste that the ending note kind of like, okay. I also guess on the ending note, you're picking up some of that like cane sugar that you would get from the rum. That's probably a good call too, like a honey and cane sugar on the end. That's where we get more of the rum finish, which I mean, I guess is representative of our rating because I'm not a huge rum guy. I mean, the last time we had rum, we wore Halloween costumes here. So I'm not 100% sure that I would do that again.
Yeah, and the time before that, I got sick on the side of a main road because I had too much of it. So
that's what I'm saying.
I'm not
so
really
we'll
much of
here.
Yeah, I'm not much of a rum guy.
All right, so final rating. You ready for this?
No.
Perfect.
I need a couple seconds.
Yeah, you're good. Just take another swig. Take another dram.
All right, give me that countdown. You're fine. Be an athlete. Perfect.
That was my countdown. 3, 2, 1. So you missed it.
Yeah,
right,
I did.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
92. 93.
Yep. That was an easy one for you.
Thanks.
Everybody, we cannot emphasize this enough. Go pick up a bottle if you have money for this and you're looking for a good scotch to invest in. It is something that you will enjoy. I can 100% promise you that. It will leave you feeling good inside.
If you don't have money for it, work overtime and then go out and buy it because it's worth it.
It is. It is very well worth it. So if you would like us to review a different bottle of whiskey next week, please leave us a comment down below. Let us know what you would like us to try. And then, yeah, if you go pick up a bottle of this and you do try this, please remember to always drink responsibly, be a good person, and Michael,
do not litter.
We're out.